This wasn't obvious to me until I had a child. We're not born with this innate sense of morality and what's right and wrong, what's good and bad. What we are born with is instinct to survive. And that instinct to survive drives us to do things to get what we need at first. And, you know, there's some arguments to be made for and against Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I think that there is some merit to some of this stuff there, and some of the other stuff can be argued. But one of the core things that we need, aside from food, clothing, shelter, water, transportation, that sort of thing, is human connection. And this part here, when that part falls apart, is what leads to all other types of negative consequences in your life, whether that be addiction or pursuit of vices, that sort of thing. So the idea here is that when you see somebody do something and they get something that you want, you then conclude that if you do those things, you can also get what they got. And this is how we go through life modeling everything that we've ever seen. And so a good friend of mine I used to work with a long time ago, one day we were driving in the car and he was kind of sharing a little bit about his life. He grew up in the Middle East and we had very differing upbringings. And when he was sharing some of his life stories with me, I was sharing some of my life stories with him. He said one of the most profound things I think anybody's ever said, which was we kind of go through life and chip off pieces of all of the people that we meet, and we take those pieces with us in our own adventures. And I thought that was a really poetic way to encapsulate what I'm talking about here, in that some of the stuff that you have chipped off of the people in your journey were good things. They've served you, they served the people that you love. But some of those things that you chipped off, you might not have chipped them off on purpose. It might have been because of a collision and some of that rubbed off on you. It might have been because some conflict and some of it kind of got on you and stuck to you. And so you take some of those negative and limiting beliefs with you in your life, and they affect the way that you interact with the world around you. And so one of the things that I would challenge you to do if you feel up to the task is to pay attention to some of those negative and limiting beliefs when they come up. When you go to do something and you are triggered, or you face fear, or you get anxiety, or you get a negative feeling in your body, try to look back at where that came from. What example do you have that has shown you that something negative can come from that, the taking that action or whatever, doing that thing.